Hi, buddy.
Hello, people. We are live. Okay, so let me get this stuff out of the way. 1 minute. Okay, we're live. If you can't hear us or anything, just let us know in the chat. I'm going to say hi to who's in here, and then we're going to move on from there. We got a lot of things to discuss today. Danny, how you doing today?
Good, buddy.
Okay, and we're going to discuss a couple things today, Danny. We're going to discuss the incident. I'm going to show a little video about what this clown, Real Talk, is saying and claiming about his meetup with Mob Rats Exposed. And we're also going to discuss, someone said it's not a law to steal someone's financial records or Social Security. I actually got charged with that, so I should know if it's a law or not. I actually had to go to court for that, Danny.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I had to spend a lot of money to get out of my situation. So I will explain that to you and show you what the statutes really are for all these people that think they're really smart and what they're talking about. But let's read it. Let's see. Okay. James Weldon, how you doing? Good to see you here, NB. Marauder, Montauk, Mobland, Tommy Stiggs, Steve Marinella, Des Guns 1012, Heidi Black, John Martin, Teresa Murphy, how you doing? David S. Cameron, how you doing? Gravesend, good to see you here. Barry Nichols, good to see you here.
Niccolo.
What is it?
Niccolo.
Forgive me, Barry Niccolo. Michelob or Niccolo?
Niccolo.
Niccolo. Okay, I'm sorry. I see Niccolo.
Rules. It's another guy I don't know.
How you doing,
another
man?
thing. Yeah.
Okay. I apologize for that. Down Neck Newark, how you doing? I don't think that's the real Tony Pizza. Steve Marinella. Barry, we got that already. Billy the Kid, Stephen Herrard, how you doing? Good to see you here, Sean. The Truth, good to see you here, my man. Okay, Chris Cashin. Mafia History, you changed your thing in here. Behave in here if you want to stay in here, Mafia History. Elliot, Faye, Michael Rogers. Beginning of the year, you said you were ramping up content, focusing on a show. It's been a long year, but lately you've been coming on less, and we are going to be getting more daily lives. Well, listen, I put up a video yesterday, and today I'm doing a live. That's back-to-back shows. So, Vincent, how you doing? Okay. Aldo Vanucci, Irish Mob, good to see you here. Teresa Murphy, once again, damn it, Mandy. Chris Trock, good to see you in the house. Okay, we have Rottweilers, Kane, and Corso, and Kane Corsos. Super
Connie Corso.
That's Connie? That looks like Kane.
It's an Italian.
Man, God, man, talking about fucking up. Okay, whoops, I swore. I'm sorry. YouTube's been getting mad at us. Okay, go. So people, we're going to talk about a few things. John Martin, $1.99. If anybody wants to donate, feel free to donate. Also, at the top of this chat, pinned is the PayPal, or that's up there if you want to send something to PayPal, and also to Cash App. If you don't, no problem. I got 3 Cash Apps today, and I want to thank those people. You know who you are, and I appreciate it. I just don't like to give those Cash App names out, people, unless you give me permission. Chai Hooker, how you doing? Okay, Danny. You know, we like to do mob content, people, but every once in a while, you know, there's other shows on here that do really, you know, they love attacking people, and they love thinking that you could do things and get away with it. And then when you defend yourself, you're called a rat. But if you threaten to have somebody's financial records, okay, and then you say it's not a crime, obtaining, this is the Justice Department. obtaining banking or financial details without specific authority is against federal and state statutes. And also, the Social Security card, dude, I got in trouble for that. I know all about it. Okay? So I'm going to leave it at that. Danny, you have been called a rat for defending yourself from people claiming that they have your Social Security and they're stealing your financial records. They have your financial records. Matter of fact, we witnessed a person literally read a make of your vehicle off your bank records, which is it's crime. So do you feel like you're a rat if you're calling the cops on someone or going to your lawyer? And what did your lawyer say when you went to see your lawyer and you explained and showed him the evidence of what this person did?
You called him an idiot.
Okay.
And let me just elaborate. Let me just elaborate. There's a Florida statute, because obviously I'm in Florida. So there's a Florida statute. I don't know, have it offhand, but basically it says anybody that has access or has obtained your personal information, hence your Social Security number, driver's license number, finances, anything of that belongs to you, and they get it fraudulently, or let me reiterate, are going to use it fraudulently or obtained it for intent to do something wrong with it or release it to the public. If you think that's not a crime in the state of Florida, because that's where I am at, okay, and you actually think it's not, then you are a complete moron. So you can say that nothing is going to happen. Anybody can say nothing's going to happen. This is all a fluke. Nothing's going to happen. And you're right. Nothing's going to happen.
And then what do? You double down and continue your attacks.
But listen, anybody can attack. First and foremost, like I've been brought to my attention, no matter what videos are taken down or where they went, they're not gone. And they're easily obtainable. With that being said, these guys on YouTube, are systematically a bunch of failures all across the board. And to make it quite clear, they don't have nothing in their DNA that would depict them doing anything to anybody other than doing shit on a computer. Because the fact of the matter is, this guy that calls himself FBS, he sits in a state, happens to be a Commonwealth state. He should look up the law also in his state. But if somebody showed up at his door, knocked on his door, hypothetically speaking, anybody, a homeless guy, and
I don't even talk about anything illegal.
No, I'm not talking about anything illegal. Knocked on his door and asked him a question about something. What do you think he would do? Well, in all honesty, and you know him better than I do, but in all honesty, I think what he would do is nothing, because that's what he is, a nothing. And this goes deeper than him. And you can rest assured that whoever knows about this is also going to be held accountable. And I wish that it could be done in a different way. But unfortunately, the society that we live in is full of rats. So if you did anything hypothetically to somebody, anybody, against what the laws are, then you're going to go to the jail. So here's the premise, right? It goes for you too, right? So none of you guys, not one of yous, are able to even hold a light next to me. Not one of yous. And I say that because I have confidence and I know who I am. You guys hide behind computers and stalk people and ridicule people. So the definition of what yous are cowards. That's what a coward does. A coward won't come out straight up and meet somebody and discuss whatever. They won't do that. They'll hide behind a platform where they don't have to. So listen.
And one of the things they're saying, Danny, and I'm just going to say it straight out. They're saying, well, Danny stands here calling people names and cursing and swearing, and they're
Absolutely.
trying to insinuate that you threatened someone's wife.
Absolutely.
And can you explain that?
Absolutely. Sure. What I said, and which is going to be brought to light very soon, what I said was, hypothetically speaking, if somebody walked up to his wife and knocked her teeth out, what would he do? So you can go back to when
you or do it.
No,
Okay.
never. And you can go back and there's videos where A-Light said the same thing.
Yes. And a matter of fact, I have researched that to see exactly how it was said.
Exactly. So listen, this guy thinks he's like, like a scholar, like a law scholar or even a street scholar. He's an urchin, and he's going to be dealt with. And the way to deal with these street urchins is, unfortunately, you can't do it the way you want to anymore. So you got to hit them, and let me tell you this, since you're married, there's a word called culpability. And that word goes very far when you're married, if you know what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised. I'm very surprised because you're doubling and tripling down on this by continuing talking about it.
Well, you know why? Because somebody's feeding him information, whoever it is, and if he thinks that information is valid, not in the state of Florida is not. That's where this is taking place. So you might think Pennsylvania has no relevancy as far as the law goes, but we're not in Pennsylvania. Wait a minute. Well, wait a minute.
Danny.
Right, exactly. So there's two ways, and if one fails, there's another. And they're both substantial premises to the law that goes to identity theft. You think identity theft is one thing. It's a broad spectrum of different areas of the law, and it falls under exactly what you did. So,
and FBS, you looked up my records, you see, and I got in trouble for it. And mine was nothing like what you're doing. I was literally in another state and was questioned by the police department, and then they filed charges on me. And it took me
just
6 years to go 6 years to go through the courts. You seen it, you read it. You said up to 2018 I had a charge on me. Yeah, you're right. But that charge started in 2012.
It's just like if you get pulled over, right, in a car, you're driving, you're speeding, whatever. And the officer feels that there's drugs in the car, or he has a suspicion that he smells alcohol, and he pulls you out of the car and he searches you. He finds a wallet and he finds your identification. Then he finds a social security card that doesn't match who the driver's license matches. And he asks you, hey, listen, what are you doing with this? Who's this? Is this a relative of yours? Is this, who is it? Oh, I don't know. I found it in the street. Guess what happens? You're in possession of an item that doesn't belong to you. And it happens to be a social security card. So you're going to get hit with identity theft, period.
And you know something? If you're such a street person, people in general, and you have this information, why even talk about it?
Well, because
that's not being a street person. And then laughing and mocking people that you have this information on them, saying that you have 3 financial reports on 3 different people and using their name.
Because, he's not the brightest bulb in the bunch. You know what I mean? He thinks he is, or anybody, and that for that matter, he thinks, or they think they are. But the fact of the matter is, if they think they're smart and they think they're smarter than everybody, let them think that. Because, it's all going to play out, and everybody on YouTube is going to see how it plays out. And then they can come to their conclusion on what the law is actually about and what it stands for. You see, years ago, if you had a beef with somebody, and you wanted to get even with somebody, you waited for them after school or after work or at the grocery store, the bodega, and you confronted that person and you dealt with it that way. Now, everybody's a rat. If you go and approach somebody and try to crack their skull open, what they're going to do is call 911. That's today's society. There's very few people that are actually going to sit there and either get beat or give a beating. So you got to fight fire with fire now, because all these YouTube mafia gangsters, all these guys that feel like they're superior than you, they're going to find out how superior they are. Because the fact of the matter is that they live in a reality where they think nothing can happen to them. And as we all know, you're going to be dealt with, and so whatever comes your way, you got to take it like a man or like a pussy, So you see what happens. But again, you can talk your rhetoric and say what you want to say.
And here's what I don't understand: if we have a beef with each other, people, we should just go after each other. I mean, why are we at this point where we got to dig shit up? And like someone like the night you put up my mugshots and read my record, which everybody has known for a year and a half, and you reread it, and it had no damage on this show or me.
Because they're cowards, Lee. They're simpletons. They're anybody that sits in a computer all day to figure out what other people are saying and going back to chat rooms and different channels to find out what's being said. You gotta be the most undignified and what's the other word? You gotta be a complete skell, like the lowest form of the earth. Like a roach, like a cockroach, or something like that. I can even compare you to like a child deviant or a molester. That's what it reminds me of, because all you do is look for stuff to conjure up and to get your little pennies off of YouTube, and then talk like you're a big shot. But you're a big.
One second, Dan. Donald 499. Hope all is well. Thank you. And Hervin Gill $10. Here's a couple of content creators like you guys. Don't get caught up in it. No, this ain't getting caught up in drama. This is personal life shit. This is someone coming out and stating that they had someone's financial records. Okay, and it's illegal to obtain financial records. And anybody that goes on the internet, just pull up the Department of Justice. And
you don't even have to do that, Lee. Exactly. All you got to do is go to the statutes of in any state, whether it's Florida, whether it's Pennsylvania, New York, Texas, California. Pull up the statutes on identity theft. It's not just what you think. It's a whole range of different laws that fall under. And one of the particular statutes in the state of Florida is anybody that obtains your information, okay, and is going to use it or threaten to use it fraudulently, is a problem. And the video speaks volumes. You have possession of people's finances, and that's a problem. If you think that's not a crime, then you are a complete illiterate.
Teresa Murphy, $9.99. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I was just sent Cash App, and I appreciate that too. Okay, let's see. We'll read some. And you know something? I'm going to be very honest with you. It's sad that we're here. It's sad that I disagree with any of these people pulling people's personal people and other. It gets so bad that people get angry at individuals than go after their families. And
that's how I feel. I feel, if you are able to go as low as this, then everybody in your family is fair game. It's just like you're an example for your family, correct? And if you do something to disrespect your family or do something that's not tolerable, then it's the same aspect. Your family is just as much guilty as you are, because they're like you. And when somebody says something to you about what they're going to do about your family member or anybody's family member, and you get upset, that's your problem.
Evan Nice Brandt, hi, Haley and Danny. Hey, everyone. Hope all is well. In regards to cyberbullying in Canada, our laws are pretty strict due to the fact too many young teenagers have taken their life due to it. This, something, people, if you're going to get a show, and you have to understand this, being a content creator on either side is not easy. In any community, it's not easy. If you don't have the backbone to do this, don't ever do it, is what it comes down to. And, I've had my family, I've had this clown's say that my sisters don't want nothing to do with me, and I'm very close to my sisters. Once again, you're pulling up my family.
But
So
if you say something, I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Okay. So my family, that's my family you're talking about right there. You don't know nothing about me and my 3 sisters. And yet you pull them up. To say that my brother killed himself because of me is a lie, and yet you pull it up. To say that I stole a credit card from a woman that I was very close to say that I kidnapped that woman, and then you run my prison record, and there's no kidnapping on my record, and you've seen it. And so it's a continuous thing every day. You sit there and you get mad when people attack your family, but it's okay. So let me ask you this question. Why are you bringing up my family? I've never brought up your family, dude. Never. And yet you seem to think it's okay to tell me who I am, how close to my brothers and sisters are, that I ripped the dying woman off. You put her picture when she was fighting for her life against COVID up. What kind of human being are you, dude? Listen, I have a lot of weaknesses. I make a lot of mistakes, but you make them every night and you think it's okay. Here, FBS, I'm going to ask you this question. Why do you think it's okay to talk about my family and my relationships with my family when you know nothing about me? All you know is, I'll give you an example. The credit card thing was done by a troll a long time ago, and you're still going with that. So how much more are we going to do this shit?
No, it's not going to be more. It's not going to be more. It's like I said before, and I said it 2 weeks ago, and I said it the other night. Everything's going to come to a head, and unfortunately, I'd like it to come a different way, where people end up crippled because for whatever reason. But unfortunately, you can't do that.
Yeah, we can't do that. We shouldn't even discuss that here, Danny.
So,
we can't do it. And
when you talk about somebody's family, why isn't the other person's family get talked about? Why not?
Yeah,
why not? I mean, I don't like the analogy where because I don't have it in me to talk about their fuck.
I don't. I do.
I do.
I know you. Danny, you do. I don't. I'll be honest.
Because
we have all sorts of information, Danny, that we could use.
Oh, I know I do. And I wish I would have put it out there just to see, just to see, because you think or you feel like there isn't none. But I would love to see how your little fat, little chubby cheeks would jowl back and forth because you're pissed off. Well, guess what? Get pissed off, because listen. You seem to feel you're a superior. We're going to see how superior you are.
Yeah,
that's all. I mean, it's simple. For every action, there's a reaction, and unfortunately, it can't be a violent one, which it should be. In all honesty, it really should be, because an eye for an eye. But we can't go that route, particularly on YouTube, because right away you got millions of, or at least hundreds of witnesses say that this was what was said. So we have to go a different route. So you want to call me a rat? Come to my face and call me that. That's all. But you're going to see. Yeah. You're going to see what's going to come. And hey, listen. You can tell all your minions, Common Sense, Brandon Bell, whatever, Michelin Man Neck, whatever the fuck his name is. He's another one. Mustache Pete, another one that's been involved in certain stuff. Him too. All these are big mouths. Every fucking.
And I'd like to say something. Mustache Pete, you said that we doxed you. No, we didn't. Yeah. That information was on a show the day before.
Pay attention, dummy.
We got that off a channel on YouTube the day before. So we did not dox you. We put the information out that was on another channel.
Listen, he's a joke too. He's another big shot that comes on here, and he's got more skeletons than a skeleton in a professor's fucking scientist class. He's a joke. Listen, they're all jokes. They're all big shots behind a computer, and that's all they'll ever be. They get their half hour, an hour of fame. They talk shit, and then they just disappear, and they go home and they sit on the couch and eat fucking yodels and whatever else they fucking do, because they don't have jobs.
Danny, I do the same thing every day.
These guys.
I like yodels, dude.
Yeah, well, these guys don't have jobs. Twinkies, yeah. Devil
Twinkies,
dogs.
Yodels, you devil dog.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't find real devil dogs no more, Danny. What's the hell's up with that?
But anyway, getting back to whatever, let's change the subject because I
Well,
think
we said what we had to say, guys. If you guys want to make it worse and continually attack,
no, Lee, don't worry about it.
You know.
Let them go on with their artificial rants and their unconsequential threats. Because the fact of the matter is that they're going to see what it's all about. And it's not only from me; it's going to be from Josie as well. But again, nothing's going to happen according to Nostradamus. Piggy Nostradamus. He feels like he knows everything. Mother Earth or whatever the fuck you want to call him. So let's talk about MRE beating the shit out of a guy.
Okay,
That's a tough
real
guy.
talk.
Real talk.
Right.
And if you're out there, real talk, we're going to drop the link. You can come on here too because you seem to feel like somebody's a rat, but you don't know who he ratted on. So why don't you come on here? It's an open invitation, big mouth, and you can come on here. Open
invitation, real talk. An open invitation for you. You seem to want to go on. You seem to think, something, real talk. I was listening to you, and you know what? Common sense. I can't stand you.
He's a punk. What is he, about 5'3", 5'4"?
No, I'm going. Okay. Common sense. I can't stand you just as much as you can't stand me. I cannot stand the druggie, but at least you guys knew that this guy was lying. I'll give you that. Now, real talk does, and for you guys to say this guy knew and he set it up with MRE, no. Here's what happened with real talk. Real talk thought he was a badass, and he called somebody out. When you call somebody out and you're going to meet up with somebody, you better know how to fight. That's right. And if you get hit, you didn't walk away, dude. You ran away. You ran. A matter of fact, you ran so fast. You passed Abby Steiner, dude. So, and you don't look as good as Abby Steiner, but you passed her. So stop it, dude. And then you lie and said that he pistol whipped you. Are you a joker? Here's my challenge to you, real talk. Actually, you're go back and get the video. The world is full of videos. Every business has videos, real talk.
We've seen the video, real talk.
No, I'm talking about the video like inside the store, store, like a store video, outside there's a video in every window on every.
Listen, the guy's a jerk. He's another bullwinkle. He's a clown.
And if you guys are stupid enough to bring him on your shows, and he's lying, and it's so obvious he's lying. This guy is some weirdo that came out of no place and showed up here, and he made a bad decision. He's been listening to you guys saying that MRE's a pussy, he can't fight and stuff, but I guess that we found it. And what did you say he did? And you said on a show yesterday that he didn't hit you hard, and how come you ran then? You ran, dude.
Another coward, another punk.
You ran.
Yeah. Not even to fight back.
You should consider yourself lucky that you didn't step up on somebody that would do a whole lot more than punch you in the face. These guys are fucking. I could be totally honest with you, real talk. If you showed up at my door, it's not going to be a punch, dude. So, or want to meet somebody in the store, or you're a joke, dude. So come up here and defend yourself. Be a man. Be a man and defend yourself. And I'm going to show you something. Kane Shade does great work, but I got to play this video. I think it's kind of cute. So let me put this up.
You're watching When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
He texted me, real talk, and said you might have some information about MRE. Is that true?
Oh, absolutely. He's dumb enough to go on. Absolutely. His brother, his Aunt Cindy, where his location is right now. Absolutely. But he's not. He never expected someone from Rhode Island to search him out. You know what I'm saying? Because he's hidden behind the computer, so he's got his little fan base or whatever. He never expected me. I don't know if anybody else called him out from Rhode Island, but Rhode Island's a small place, bro. At the store. Hey, you at the store? Come in. I'm at the table.
Where?
Playing Keno in the back.
All right.
That's it. Play Keno?
No. Yeah, you did. And those bastards fucking threatened my family and everything. Motherfucking. Okay, hold my door for a minute. Hold the door.
Hit your mic.
If that was Batman, you would have seen pow wow, and you would have seen you running, dude. You didn't walk away; you ran away.
Didn't his wife pick him up? He called his wife to pick him
Yeah,
up.
you called your wife and said, "I've been beat up. Please come get me, honey." And then you said that he looked bad for an old dude. Have you looked in the mirror, dude? You look like an avid smoker. You're like 55 years old. I wouldn't be making fun of the way that MRE looks. You pulled up on somebody and you paid the price. And you're lucky it was just a simple little bitch hitting your chin. But when a bitch gets in your face, you hit a bitch like a bitch. Okay? We have a very special guest here, Danny, a very lovely lady. Many people love her. There's a few people that hate her. But in general, we got Josie here. Josie, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? How are you doing, Danny?
Good, Josie. How are you?
Good, good, good.
So, Josie,
yeah.
I just want to mention to you, somebody around here seems to think it's not against the law to admit that you have someone's financial records.
Well, that's okay. They can think what they like. We'll see.
Yes.
We shall see. You know, I saw the title. I didn't watch the actual show. You know, I saw the title and it said, you know, something about, you know, people that are against rats are now ratting. Well, here's the thing about that. You know, personally, I'm from the Danny Trio School of Thought, and you can't do that now. You know, whatever you got to do, you have to do it legally.
That's it.
Personally, I'd like to go there myself and knock him over the head with whatever I can find. But that's against the law, and I'm a law-abiding citizen, and I can't do that. Nor can I aspire to have someone else do that.
Josie, without describing what you've done, you have done what you had to do.
Exactly. And the reason why is because he's gone way over the line with it. Way over the line. You know, you're not, no, when you get up there and you tell me you've got my social security number, I don't care about the financials so much. You know, I don't like it, but, you know, that's not what is bothering me. What's bothering me is Harambe down there in, you know, Florida. That's what they do. And I don't want them messing with my, you know, getting credit cards in my name or trying to ruin my credit and stuff like that. That's what bothers me about that. That's why I did something about it. So that's what, you know, you brought that on yourself. You got on there live and said you had mine, Danny's and Lee's social security number. And so I did something about it. Absolutely. And I'm not in the mob. So, you know, you call me a rat if you want. You know, I don't really give a flying you know what. Okay. Personally, would I have liked to have not done that and gone over there and beat his brains in? Absolutely. But it's against the law. And I'm a law-abiding citizen.
And you know they'd call 911 as soon as you showed up.
Of course.
Yeah. And you know that being that he's as intelligent as he is, he's going to double down again tonight and say nothing's going to happen. So,
right. So, well, you can think that. That's fine. You go ahead. Say nothing's going to happen. I see his plea. You know, I just called a bit of Assassinino's video before I got on here, and apparently he's cleaned his entire channel, 80%.
Why?
Of it. Why?
Yeah, but because even if he did that, the fact of the matter is the videos don't disappear.
Right. And the thing is, you know, I took several avenues, actually. I didn't just take one. So 1 out of 3 might work out, I hope. You know, and I don't give a flying you know what about it. You got up here and said you had my social security number. You've pole vaulted over the line as far as that goes with me. And I don't give a rat's ass. You know,
I'm going to pull Vincent Gambino, Lee, you should prove them wrong and have your 3 sisters. No, why would I do that, Vincent Gambino? Those are my sisters. Can you imagine if I brought my sisters on here, what these animals would do?
Your sisters on for what? What do you mean prove them wrong?
No, he likes to make the statement that my sisters want nothing to do with me and I'm close to all 3 of them. You say a couple of my sisters.
Listen, here's the thing about that, and this is what aggravates me as well. Now, every family has issues. I have
Yes.
a huge family, huge. We fight like cats and dogs. But one thing I will say, and there's some people I don't talk to and there are people I talk to. I don't give a damn about that. At the end of the day, everyone has faith. What has that got to do with the price of tea in China? What? So, all right, you can put up, I had a fight with my sister. I haven't talked to my sister in how long? And your point is what exactly? It's ridiculous. And
you know what it is? I don't mean to cut you off, Joe. You know
ahead.
what it is? They can say whatever they want about you, Lee, me, but when you start talking about them, then it's a different narrative now. You can't talk about them. You know what I mean?
I know it's a big
So
issue.
when they start talking about you or me or anybody else, about kids, about who your family is, why isn't it equal advantageously to talk about their significant others or children? You might call it a low life move, but what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So don't come on here. Yeah, exactly. So that's how I feel, and I wish
I feel the same way.
And the amount of things that you said about people in my family, quotes you've made over and over and over again, I'm definitely entitled, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, but here's the
I
thing.
can't make guarantees with other people. I just don't feel good about it.
The thing about it as well, Lee, I mean, there are people, Mobland, they know, in where we're from, they'd have already been dragged out the house. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That would be my preference. But,
that's what I mean.
You can't do that, can you?
You can't do it. Like 30
Okay,
years ago, this guy would have never said what he said to Angel, would never say what he said to Angel, or because first of all, he'd be, you know what would happen.
Well, of
20 years after the fact, it's easy to be tough with Angel Gotti.
Well, it's easy to be tough on a computer. That's what it is. Until somebody shows up at your door.
I would reconsider that too, because she's not involved in any of that or whatever. But I'm sure there are people that are still there that loved her father and are seeing this crap and thinking to themselves,
do nothing. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. And quite honestly, I don't think anyone would cry about it, would you? No.
I want to put something up and ask this person a question.
Yeah.
Barry Nichols rules Coney Island. Michael Franzese and Sammy Gravano get hateful comments and they never address them. One is closing in on 1 million subs, the other 600. Barry Nicolo, here's what I'd like to ask you. What would you do if someone stole your financial records?
Who gives a fuck about Michael Franzese? We're talking amongst each other. I can give a fuck if Franzese dropped dead tomorrow, and I can care less if Gravano choked on his own fucking tongue. So what significance is, I don't give a fuck if he's got 2 million fucking subs. He can go where he's got to go. We're not talking. And Barry Nicolo, I don't know why you're even using that name. You sound like a clown to me, and I know who Barry is. So do yourself a favor. You know what I mean? Get the fuck out of here, you clown.
Okay.
And the thing is, the difference is nobody took Michael Francese's social security number and got on live and said they had it, or Sammy the Bull, or any of them. You don't know what they would do if that happened.
Listen, anybody that has a half a brain cell and somebody takes or steals your identity or goes on a computer and puts your shit out there, what are you going to do?
Right.
You want to go cripple them? Absolutely. Can you do it? Sure you can. But you got to make sure that you're going to go to jail, and that's it. Because these people are going to call 911 as soon as any car pulls up in front of their house. Because they never leave the house. And if they do leave the house, it's with their little kids and their wives and maybe a little baby goat or a kitten.
Yeah, and
they're cowards.
While we're on this subject, well done, MRE. Yes. And secondly, had it have gone the other way around, let's say that guy went there and beat MRE to a pulp, they'd have claimed him all day long.
Oh, forget it.
They don't know who he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, now they want to say it was that these two knew each other and set it up.
Yeah, it was all staged.
You realize how stupid that sounds, people?
Yeah.
It all comes from stupid people. Stupid is what stupid does.
Yeah, I watched that night. That guy came on threatening. He got what he deserved. In fact, I would have hoped for worse. But however, he got what he got, and now they're trying to act like, oh, they don't know him. Had it have gone the other way around, no, they'd have been claiming him all day.
And here's what it comes down to. You guys were mocking and calling MRE, saying that he was a bitch, he was a sissy.
No.
And then when he defends himself and you see that he's not, you see that he stood up for himself.
They'll never admit that.
You'll actually see that MRE would probably do that to any one of you guys that got in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that guy.
Exactly.
And you don't, and instead of saying, well, you know what, MRE proved us wrong, he defended himself like a man, you're going to say it was either set up, which it wasn't. We know that.
No, Lee, I almost had heart failure watching that. I thought, oh my God, who's that big guy in the back? Because I thought that guy brought someone with him, and I thought MRE was alone. So I'm texting Angel, oh my God, what's going on? But I was behind in the show.
And I made a mistake that night.
Yeah, I turned it into a joke.
I turned it into a joke.
I nearly had heart failure at that point.
Here's what I did.
Yeah.
When that happened and the camera went off, I started joking, oh, maybe they're pulling and dragging MRE into a van.
Well,
and so they tried to make that out like I was saying, well, maybe MRE's pulling him into the van. No, listen to exactly what I said. Okay?
Yeah.
And then
maybe you had...
Yeah, then I apologized. I apologized afterwards and said, I didn't realize this was going on, Angel. I should have never made that remark.
Yeah,
so,
I was
that's what it comes down
for him because I thought, oh my God, I didn't know who. I was texting Angel, who's that big guy in the back? Who's that? And it turned out, it was okay, but no, that was never staged, not in a million years.
Well,
and that's what you get, sending idiots. If it had gone the other way, they'd have been claiming him all day long. Now they don't know who he is. We don't know him. Yeah, okay.
And Angel called me this morning and said, Lee, if you don't clear up this van thing and pulling him into the van, I'm cutting your paycheck off. So Angel, I took care of it. Please do not cut my paycheck off.
No, but I did. When you said that, it did frighten me. I thought, well, and I was frightened for him, like going home, because I thought this guy, you don't know. He's obviously not playing with the full deck because, and then to do what he did in the first place. And then I thought, well, he might run home, get a gun. You don't know. I was also deathly afraid for the dog. I was watching that dog, and that dog was eyeing that guy intently. And I thought, oh, my God, don't let the dog jump at him because, he might stab him or something. You know what I mean? And so I was worried. Yeah. Oh, my God.
We have had one channel on here where 3 times people off that channel have gone to meet people for physical conflict.
Right.
One channel. Okay? You don't see something wrong here? When people are listening to your show, and I'm not going to say your name, you know who you are. When people are listening to your show and then going out looking for people to fight, you don't see something wrong here. 3 times now. It's been 3 times in the last 3 months. Whether it's that dude from Philadelphia going out looking for people, whether they're showing up at a donut shop in Brooklyn looking for people, or this clown actually showing up. And this is all based.
Yeah, but the thing about that, Lee, look at the people that are looking for people. Like that idiot, what's his name? Pee-wee, the cheesesteak fella. I mean, my God, I could beat him up. I mean, look at the state of him. And then who's the other one? I mean, even that guy that came on, that went after MRE. He wasn't playing with the full deck. You could clearly see that. And it just actually confirms what I'm saying. You've got these loonies on here, and luckily it hasn't, gone real left. But, you don't know. Somebody might have a gun. You just don't know. And they incite that. And that's what makes me angry.
And they don't understand. Okay, you guys are right. We're wrong. Okay, fine. But here's what the problem is. We don't threaten to hack people's computers.
No.
We didn't have to. I had to change my security in my computer. Danny did too, because we had people trying to break in. Somebody called me this morning, was having a heart. So you got a hacker over there. We got to have an idea who the hacker is.
Yeah.
Because they always brag.
Oh, I took care of that too, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Did you? Good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Because it's not, no. No.
Mike's like $25.
You've gone over the line. I don't give a crap. I don't care what anyone says about me. You know, if I could, I'd like to take a baseball bat and go over there.
That's right.
Buy one of John A. Light's baseball bats. But, you know, I can't do that. So, you know.
Let me tell you something, Josie. I read your record. I know that you will take a bat to a person's
You're
head.
damn right. You know, in a minute. You know, no, I'm not putting up with that crap. So because I can't do that and I have to be a law-abiding citizen, and I am, I've gone the way that, you know, the law says I have to go, and I don't give a crap about it. And none of them have nothing to say because they're all rats. They're all informants. You know,
That's right.
How are you going to call somebody a rat? I ain't in the mob. You know, maybe this year, you know, I can change mob history and become the first black made woman, maybe. What about that? Idiot.
Well, all you need is for Angel Gotti to pull out her little sword and tap you on the shoulder, and you're made.
Yeah.
He did that the other day I talked to her on the phone, and she said to me, "You're made." It was just like
you got your button list.
Yes. No, it was like the Columbo War, you know. Angel made me over the phone. Thank you. I'm so
well, yeah.
I can tell I was made by God.
We can have a making ceremony. The first black woman ever, not even from America. How about that? Idiot.
Well, you know what they say about Italians. You know, black people and Italians like each other. You know, Italian, you know, Irish people. You know, keep fighting the good fight, Lee and Danny. Bury the cockroach. Mike Slick, $25. Listen, people, we're not here to bury nobody. What's happening right now? People are burying themselves and don't see what they're doing. And in my life, I got in a lot of trouble because of it's the same incidents going on right now.
Right.
You know, and for people, you know, for people to say stolen identity and stuff, are when you do those things, it's a serious thing.
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, look at. I said, I think on one of my shows 2 weeks ago, you know, SoFlo had the foresight to start taking crap down because he knew what was coming. That idiot wouldn't do it because he, you know, I'm the man. Oh, I'm leaving mine. Blah, blah, blah. Now he's wiped 80% of his content. Why is that? If you're so big and bad and what you're doing is right and you know it's right, I would have left that crap up there. But he knows what's coming. That's why they're doing that, trying to change their image, trying to make it look like, oh no, you know, they haven't done any of that. What they don't realize is people have clips, people got your library. You know what I mean? The death threats, the social security thing, you know, I mean, he called me every name he can possibly think of. Angel's mother, NB, Marlo. He's gone after all these women. We have the clips, so you can take it down, but it doesn't disappear, sweetheart.
Well, they went after everybody in Angel's family, including the people that they used to worship.
That's right.
They go after everybody, and well, they don't go after people in my family, but they tell me how much they hate me. You know, continuously. Or they put pictures up.
Well, I'm sure they love him. I'm sure Harambe's family loves him, and you know, Biggie's family love him. You know, I'm sure. Yeah. You know, listen, everyone has problems in their family. We all do. Personally, I couldn't give a crap. Anyone can get up here and say whatever. You know, they can find, I don't know, some long lost relative that wants to talk crap. That's fine. I couldn't care less. You know. Not at all. So,
okay. We have, a matter of fact, we have this clown, pole smoker to pawn. You're a pole smoker to pawn now because you are a pawn in another man's game. Every day he puts up me and Danny. I think he's infatuated with us, Danny. He must have like a fantasy about two older men or something.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll call up Church Avenue Dan, and maybe Church Avenue Dan could pay him a visit.
You don't want Church Avenue Dan visiting you.
Who's Church Avenue Dan?
Oh, we'll tell you when we. Yeah.
Oh.
I actually stuck up for Mustache Pete one time because he attacked Mustache Pete and told Mustache Pete what he would do to him after he beat him up.
Who?
Church Street Dan told Mustache
okay.
Pete what he would do to him. And so I actually kicked Church Dan off defending Mustache Pete. And now look at Mustache Pete.
Well, exactly. I mean, oh my God.
And he's up there playing games, Mustache Pete, attacking, laughing, saying all these things about people. And then when someone plays a little game back with him, and like I said, you got doxxed the day before we put it up. So we didn't dox shit.
Right.
You know, and
no, and the thing is, Lee, at the end of the day, you know, even me and you would like we were like gladiators fighting to the death. We never did any of this crap. No. I mean, come on. You know, no.
We did some things that were pretty tough, but
yeah, but again, Lee, it's all explained in the book.
Yes.
You know, actually, I'm going to send it. I know that it's driving you crazy, so I'm going to send you it. You can read it. Just don't pass it off as your own, okay? Don't make me have to come to Texas and kick your ass.
The book?
Yes, I'm going to send it to you. It's done. It's finished.
So well, let's get to the book right now.
Yeah.
So in my community, I got permission from you to put up the characters in the book. And I put it up. And I got so many responses from it. It was incredible. Whether it's email, people loved it. And they're under the assumption you're only going to sell 10, 20 books out of this.
Okay.
You know, this thing is special. And it's going to, you know, I'm actually glad that we made up when we did.
Well, Lee, listen, you know, I know you think I've gone crazy. No, I just explained it as I saw it at the time. You know, what I was thinking at the time, why certain things happened. And then I also say, you really did a 180. And, you know, I'm glad that it's getting ready to, you know, get into the paperback. But I'm glad I heard something yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, but that I needed to go in there, and I'd forgotten about that, was that, you know, when we did finally speak, you did say, see, at the time, I didn't realize the death of your brother was so recent. I thought it was a long time ago, you know, and you were talking to somebody and you said, you know, I was a different person then, you know, I had a different mentality and I took a lot out on other people. And I put that too. I put that, you know, I saw that because at the time, a lot of people were mad with me. Why are you making up Lee Cole? Blah, 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 blah. You know, no, we had both been wicked and evil, and we talked about it, and it was over with. But, you know, putting up your social security number, you know, I know that your son did come on Stats' show, but honestly, Lee, that was him. I didn't reach out to him. He reached out to me. He emailed me. He wanted, and his main, if you watch that show, he didn't really go after you. What he said was,
he said I was a good grandfather.
Yeah, he didn't want to be attached to the crap that was going on. He didn't want his channel brought into this crap. That was his main number one thing. Yeah. If you listen to that show, that's really what he said. Yeah. You know, and I say in the book, actually, I wish I wasn't there at that moment. You know what I mean? I didn't need to be really, but you know, you did some messed up crap.
Oh, without a doubt. You know, I'll never say otherwise.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's nothing like this, Lee.
Well, now it's getting so treacherous, and you know, it's getting real treacherous. And now, when we get to the part when we're going out looking for people's identities and
Right.
we're talking about financial records and stuff.
Yeah.
It changes the whole level. You know, me getting involved in doing that stuff has cost me a lot in my life.
Right.
And for people to think that it's not illegal, I'm telling you, it's
Yes,
illegal.
it is. Yes, it is.
I
It
should
totally
know.
is. So, you know, and actually, you know, Chicky's lawyer last night, you know, part of why he kind of, you know, was kind of on the fence with it is because, you know, he hasn't looked at the, you know, it's not his case. He hasn't looked it over. So he was kind of, you know, because I was getting a bit irritated. I'm not going to lie. And, you know, because it's like, it felt like he was saying, well, hey, you know, there's nothing you can do. And I was getting annoyed because I knew otherwise. But but what he was doing, it's not his case. You know, he did want to help us and give us more information. But, you know, because we're all in different states and he hasn't looked at it, he really couldn't. And so I understand that, you know.
Yeah.
But I was getting slightly aggravated. Yes, I was.
Gunsmoke, can you stop being stupid? And I really don't care if Gunsmoke does this because he's literally destroyed his channel.
Does what? What
You
is
know,
he doing?
He's doing shows every day on Me and Dave. A matter of fact,
okay.
he has a bird, a chicken hawk, with my
Right.
name on it. So chicken hawk means child molester. So you have this punk
does
that
it?
sleeps in this punk that sleeps in his grandmother's apartment and or house, making fun of me, who
Right.
haven't stayed at my parents' house since I've been 16, or my grandparents. I've never had that option. I had to sleep in the street sometimes. You should
Yeah,
try
but you know what they do, Lee. I mean, they call one another in the morning. You go after that one. You go after that one. I'm going to do this about that one. I mean, it's insane. You know, and we're accused of that, but we don't do that crap. I don't know what I'm going to say when I come on. You know, I might think about it a couple of hours before, but I'm not calling everybody, hey, what are you talking about? What are you? No, we don't be doing that crap. You know?
None of us call anybody. I called Danny like this morning. I called Danny 12 o'clock because I know he's a busy man in the morning, or I wait for Danny to call me. The only time I answer the phone, always when it rings, I have a special phone. It's like a bat phone. It's red and it lights up. It's an Angel Gotti phone. When that phone rings, you'll see me knock shit out of my way, and I'll pick it up because I know if I do not pick up Angel Gotti's call,
you're in trouble.
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. And Woochie has this habit of holding our paychecks back when we do not pick up the phone in time. And Danny knows what I'm talking about. He's been through it too. You know, Danny, I want to ask you another question. I forgot what I was going to ask you, Danny. Bail me out here.
I don't know what you were going to say.
Hang on a minute. Where's Becky O when you need her? She'd know.
No, don't say that name, please. Becky O she is basically property of the Angel Gotti show. She's an entertainer on that show. And Angel said, do not go near Becky O. She works for me over here. So once again, I listen.
No, but I was saying, you know, she would know what you were thinking.
Thank you.
You know, but anyway.
And getting back to this real talk guy. Now, this guy was saying the most ridiculous things last night on another show. First, he said he was pistol whipped. First of all, I would say to you,
hang on, back up. Did I must have missed all of that. So the guy that got the punch, he went on whose show?
The tall guy that looks like he's half dead.
Oh, okay. The walking skeleton.
Yeah.
Okay. So he went on there. Did he show his face, or was he using?
No, he didn't. Well, we know what he looks like. Yeah, I think he briefly. Well, I showed it today in the video I put up.
Oh, I'll have to look at that then.
Oh, let me show people.
All right, I've missed all that. I've been out all day.
You're watching When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong.
He texted me real talk and said you might have some information about MRE. Is that true?
Oh, absolutely. He's dumb enough to go on. Absolutely. His brother, his Aunt Cindy, where his location is right now. Absolutely. But he's not. He never expected someone from Rhode Island search him out. You know what I'm saying? Because he's hidden behind the computer, so he's got his little fan base or whatever. He never expected me. I don't know if anybody else called him out from Rhode Island, but he never. Rhode Island's a small place, bro. You know?
At the store.
Hey, you at the store? Come in. I'm at the table.
Where?
Plain Keno in the back.
All right.
That's it. Plain Keno?
No. Yeah, you did. And those bastards fucking threatened my family and everything. Motherfucking. Okay, hold my door for a minute. Hold the door. My sister.
Oh my God. Oh, I missed that. Oh, geez.
Your mic is off.
Yeah, so we know what Sissy Boy MRE did. You know, he's a sissy boy. If anybody got in his face, they're gonna run. He's gonna run because he's a chicken shit. This is what you guys have been saying for the longest time. But guess what we found out? He's not a sissy and he's not a chicken shit.
Oh my God.
That's what we found out.
Hilarious.
And then this little worm, Real Talk, says that I hardly felt the punch, but he ran out of the place. I mean, they said that he did the 100-yard dash in 9.6. And that's like
and he was saying, no, it's not me.
Like I said before, he passed Abby Steiner when he was running. That's how fast this dude ran away.
That was seriously when Keeping It Real goes wrong. Oh my God, that's hilarious. What a bunch of... Was that FBS at the beginning talking? Was that... No?
We talked about there's been 3 attacks now, physical attacks, that have come from based off one show now. And that's the third.
Yeah, I thought I heard his voice.
Nobody's on our shows attacking nobody.
That is hysterical.
Things might be yelled. We all know that Danny gets upset sometimes. And but no one's looking for nobody. No one's actually physically looking. That's the third time. Yeah, we had a guy in Philadelphia that went to look for somebody that he didn't even know what he looked like. That's
but look how ridiculous that. I'm surprised that guy even showed his face today. I would have been so embarrassed. I mean, oh my God, are you kidding me? I'd have been hiding somewhere. I would never have come on YouTube again. Idiot. Oh my God, that's classic. I'm gonna have to look at that again.
The women of We Push Back are much classier and pretty than the ones of ScumTube. I'm not going to answer that. People, all I would tell you is to use your eyes and make that decision. That's it. Yeah, I'm not going to claim who's beautiful, who's not, because I'm no beauty. So, you know.
Yeah, but I don't even, here's the thing. They bring up the craziest stuff. Like, I've never seen you. I've never seen Angel, Danny, MRE even. I've never seen anybody talk about their finances or try and... I don't understand that. Why are they so interested in that? You know what I mean? They're the only ones that have been flashing money at the camera. You know, Harambe, every 2 minutes he's picking up, here's $1,000. You put it at the camera. Didn't Piggy do that too? Why are they so obsessed with what people make or don't make? What's that got to do with the price of fish or tea in China? Anyway,
And they try to use the thing that I'm obsessed, that I want to make so much money here. Sure. But the fact of the matter is we do 2, maybe 3 lives at the most a week.
Right.
If Danny and I decided to do 6 lives a week, we would make a whole lot of money. And we could easily do it. And we will always get between 250, 300 people.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what else. That $4.99 crap is a big mistake. Yeah, you ain't. Who's going to pay $4.99 for that? The economy's crashing. $4.99, that's close to $5. You can go and buy a loaf of bread and freaking half a thing of milk with that. What? You're going to give it to him to have him sit there like an old washwoman talking shit? Sorry, excuse my French. Talking crap. I mean, please.
Did you want to come on? I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link right now. Okay. So recently, we're going to bring someone on because someone made a statement. I want to kind of clean it up. The statement was made by the most intelligent man in MobTube. His name is JC. He installs antennas.
He's coming on?
No.
Oh. Oh, I thought it was Christmasly.
There is the link right there. Why don't you grab it, Callie? Okay. He made a statement that, and he keeps saying it over and over again, that I told Callie I wanted his social security number. So we're going to bring Callie up here to clear this up.
Okay.
Okay. Because that's what's going to happen. So JC, I know you're watching because you have no life, and this is what you do all day from morning to night. You watch everything. That's it. That's your job. So we know you're here. Okay. Okay. Okay, this guy is like, I consider him the most handsome man on MobTube. Ladies and gentlemen, the most handsome man on Mob genre. This is no longer Mob. What's going on, my man?
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
What's up?
I'm just, I might as well stop but I'm not by a park over here. I was at my son's meeting. I had to take care of. He has an IEP meeting. So what's going on, everybody? Hello.
Hello. Hello.
It looks beautiful.
Hey, Josie.
It looks beautiful there, Callie.
It is, but if you look over here, there's about 500 tents in the park over here.
Oh my God. Oh, don't show it.
Yeah. I know. No, it's pretty bad, the crime and stuff, but how's everybody doing?
So, Callie, I have you here. I know you don't got much time, so we'll do this as quick as we can. You and I, we've had our problems. We've become kind of close. And I'd like to ask you this. Have I ever asked you for your social security number? What the hell? Did that freeze him?
You got me now?
Yeah. Okay. A little bit. I can hear you.
You guys hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes. Can you hear us?
Wow, that's terrible internet service for you.
You want to come back?
Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, there you go. Go ahead. Go ahead and ask me any question you want, Lee.
Have I ever asked you for your social security number?
Absolutely not. But I was in conversation with some person that when I was angry with you, and you know how people are when they're angry, and I may have alluded or said something like that out of anger. We both said some terrible stuff, but no, you've never asked me. Never. Okay. Not once.
Because the guy that installs antennas says this on a regular basis. So,
you know, I wanted to clear it up, but the general rule of thumb is whatever that guy says, disregard it. You know what I mean? Because he's been proven to be a liar, and he's been in all kinds of people's business for a long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Does anybody want to ask Callie anything while he's here?
I mean, why would you want his?
Let me see if I can get better reception. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're being accused of asking for JC's social security number or Callie G's social security.
Callie G's.
Why would you ask him for his social anyway?
Because he made the statement that I wanted to start a show with Callie, and I told him if he gave me my information, which I never said, never did it. And at that time, Callie G and I were having a beef with each other. And when you have these, you know, we do ugly things.
Okay.
We just need to clear that up.
All right, because I was confused about why would you want it anyway?
Yeah, you know, this was I'm sorry, I'm breaking up.
You got that homeless park.
I'm pulling a John A. light, man.
You got that homeless
Wait
park.
a minute, it's breaking up. No, I really am breaking up. How you doing, Danny?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, you got that tent city internet.
Who's got worse internet, me or Danny right now? Jesus.
Well, his is actually
it's a battle. Let's get a little bar on the bottom of the screen.
His has actually been working good the last couple days.
Yeah, I put tinfoil on my roof.
Okay, Callie, I'm gonna let you go, man. I appreciate it, man. Make sure if there's a football game tonight, make sure you go set up your team in our league. You too, Cane Shade. Okay. 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 So no.
Oh yeah, and I just wanted to say, give Cane Shades my number because I'm interested in that. I wouldn't know how to go about sending books to prison. Do they allow you to send stuff to prison like that?
Yeah.
Oh, they do. Oh, okay. I wouldn't have the first clue, but Yeah, I'd like to talk to him about that because I'd absolutely donate. You know.
Sorry, I got cut off, guys.
No problem.
Yeah.
So you're at school with your kid right now?
I'm at the park that's right next to the school. The school is down this way, and then the park behind me with 300 tents is right there.
Wow.
Why
Yeah,
don't you go over and visit people in the tent and shoot it back to us? That would be good entertainment.
You know what? I'm not. Let's put it this way. I'm not in the position to protect myself fully right now.
We have an interesting person here, so and I want to bring him on.
Someone pulls a knife on me in that park, I'm running.
That's it.
Actually, I'm actually glad this person showed up because I want to ask him a question and I want to ask Josie a question.
Okay.
What's going on, my man? How you doing?
Oh, it's my fiance. I like.
I noticed, Josie, you gave him a big play in the front of your book. What I like to do is people know that he's a very controversial guy. Me and him, we've had our beefs. We haven't had no beefs lately.
Right.
So I like to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Him along with Stacks. You're very close to those guys, I guess.
Who?
Stacks, you give him a nice play on your book.
No. Yeah, no, I did because you know, Stacks was the first one that put me on his show. Stacks was the first one really to, you know, reach out to me. No, MRE had used one of my shows first. He kind of, you know, brought me into it. But Stacks was the first one that invited me on his show. And at that time, you know, I didn't really know too much about nothing or who people were, but I really liked him. He helped me with StreamYard. You know how terrible I was in the beginning. I mean, oh my God. And he helped me with that because I didn't even know how to play a video on that thing. And, you know, one thing I liked about Stacks was that, you know, to me, he just appeared open and honest. I mean, he said that, you know, he'd been an addict and whatever, and he looked to me, he looked like he cleaned up his life, and that's what, you know, and he's trying. And then people were bashing him left and right, including you, which is why I got in the argument with you in the first place, because, you know,
that's all old news. That's old news.
Now, Highlight, on the other hand,
now you gave Highlight a really nice. He has the biggest entrance in the book.
No, he doesn't have the biggest.
In the beginning, yeah, you did quite a bit in there.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't give you all of it. So not about him, but you know, as you move along, you'll see. You know, other people. Why with him? Why I did it a bit longer about him was because I don't mention him again later on. You know, but he is a part of MobTube. He was controversial. He has said some crazy stuff, and you know, he's kind of like, in my, I don't know how to explain this. It's kind of like, on one hand, he said some crazy ass stuff where I thought he was crazy. And then on the other hand, he does shows where he makes sense. And he talk, you know, it's a combined thing. So that's why I put that. He was part of the beginning. He's always been there. And the creators, you know, people like respected creators, even though he said some crazy stuff now, and you know, you did Highlight, they still had him on their shows. They still, you know, and I thought about that and I thought, well, he just said something really crazy over there. And why are they overlooking that? And then I thought about it, and I think some of them are afraid of him. Yeah.
I like.
So that's it.
Welcome to our show. I thought I wouldn't be saying that anytime. So what's going on, my man?
Not much. Listening to what you're talking about.
And what made today you decide to come on the show?
Just listening to what you were talking about. I kind of forgot with all of the talking.
So what do you think about people going after people financial records and stuff?
I don't know. Like what? Explain it.
Okay. Well, they're pulling up people's financial records We caught them admitting it. It's a federal crime, and Social Security numbers, and admitting it. And once again, so the people that they did it to have basically filed charges against these people. So do you think that you have the right to protect your financial records and your Social Security numbers?
Yeah, that's low level. Like, why would you do that? In my opinion.
Yes, exactly. And, you know, pretty much. So what else you want to say, my man? You have anything else you want to discuss?
Bro, I totally forgot. There was something that I wanted to say, but I swear to God, I totally forgot. I sent you something on the gram.
Yeah.
With did you see it?
Yeah, I did. Yes.
That was me.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure because you never sent me anything before.
Nah, I typically don't, but that was the what what did I send you to make sure that it was your account?
No, you sent it to the right person. I seen it today. Matter of fact, I'll pull it up real quick. You sent me like two posts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what were those posts about?
That was about the guy Mustache Pete, right? See, like if you could read it. I can't pull it up, but see if you could read it.
Okay.
Because it's true that this is really.
Well, I can't find it right now. What did you say, basically? And just give us the rundown.
All right. Basically, there's a time where the guy Mustache Pete, I don't want to say his name, doesn't matter.
Exactly. We're not going to. Yeah.
Basically, he sent me an email like, Madge, I don't want no problems with you. You said you was gonna slap me, something like this. I don't want no problems with you. I'm just a content creator, whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. Then, all right. He also said, he was gonna make a response to something that I said to him, and he's like, nah, I'm not gonna make that response. So at the end of everything, he was basically like, listen, I don't trust
and he wrote this to you. He wrote he said, just make it to be known between you and I like FBS. But that shit yesterday I'm not down with as far as the doxing, bro. I give MRE props for confronting it and coming in the camera. I think that shit backfired on them.
Yeah. So that's when like they exposed, quote unquote, exposed MRE. So basically he was saying, keep this between me and you. I like FBS, but I think
right here he's saying that,
like the docs and stuff they're doing is wrong.
Yes. And I'm reading it right now. So Mustache Pete did not like what went down with MRE.
Yeah. So those are facts. And you see like that
I see it in his name and everything. He said, I give MRE props for confronting it and coming in camera. I think that shit backfired on them. That's what Muscle Pete said.
Mustache
Pete.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
well, you know something. That's it, man. You put up good shit, dude. So
so
maybe I respect Mustache Pete a little bit more. Maybe Mustache Pete ain't that character he's playing.
Yeah. So the thing was this. Like, I'm in New York City. Oh, not always, but mostly. Like, I don't play games, bro. Like, if you say crazy stuff about me, I'm gonna meet up with you, bro. That's a fact. So he was just basically, he was like, oh, you say you're gonna slap the shit out of me, whatever. Like, yes, bro. I think he lives in Asbury Park or something like that. I used to live over there. That's a fact. On Magnolia Street. Once upon a time, I used to live out there.
Right.
So he's like, nah, I'm just a content creator, whatever. So he sent me that message, whatever. Now,
So but the fact of the matter is, this guy did have a problem with MRE being doxxed.
yeah, pretty much. But here's the problem with that. He said that. I never said nothing against that man. Again, nothing. But I would see certain things like on different channels, and he'll talk shit. And when I catch it, like, you a sucker, bro. I don't care if you have. I'm talking about him, Mustache Pete. Then his name came out. You see the name that he used there? But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah.
And he went after Angel and I, and we had to take it down, and we took it down. I could afford it because we didn't dox him. That was put out the day before by one of these little clip channels, and we just got it off the clip channel.
Yeah, but can I just say something? See, here's the thing with those people. You've got him, Common Simp. As soon as his name and stuff's put out there, Johnny Mac, Code of the Streets, all of them. Look at them now. They all came together for a common cause, but they didn't really like each other. They didn't trust each other. Look at when Piggy was going down in Miami, and they recorded Harambe talking about, Lemonhead, he's never been to a good restaurant, la 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 di da. Then you got Johnny Mac talking about all of them. They all do the same thing. They're not loyal to each other. They came together for that cause, and it backfired in their face. That idiot Mustache Pete really has nowhere to go now. He's come after me many a time, and I haven't really bothered with him, to tell you the truth. But here you go. You see what type of guy he is. This is who he's surrounding himself with, the old Piggy over there. And good luck with that.
And they're all guilty, because I know for a fact, having dealt with FBS, he does not care for Johnny Mac, and he does not care for JC.
He can't stand it.
None of them care for JC. It's all
exactly.
It's all for the
cartel king. Yeah.
And people might say, "Oh, well, Lee, you didn't care for." I always liked Angel. I had my issues with Angel, but I always talked to her on the phone. If Angel ever had a problem, she would call me up and say, "You know what, Lee, you're an asshole."
Mm-hmm.
And she would yell at me and then hang up on me. But she would call me, and I didn't pick the phone up. But you know something, and to give you your credit, my man, you always come up with shit like this. I don't know, I seen you come up with a couple things on your channel where nobody else came up with it. So I appreciate you sharing that, my man.
Well, that's why I said he was an enigma. On one hand is this, and then I saw for a long time, I wasn't sure if it was a Kabbalah or something. I wasn't sure what that religion was. You were putting up writings and stuff. I saw that.
The Masonic stuff.
Is that? Oh, it's Masonic.
Yeah,
okay,
anyway,
I wasn't sure what that was. Okay.
Nah, the point is that I didn't respect that kid did that, right? And I was like, okay. But then he'll go on people's channels. Like, he said something crazy a few days ago, and I caught it. I'm like, he's not built like that. Like,
I'm dropping the link, MRE. If you want to grab it, you're more than welcome to come on.
Yeah, he's not built like that, and it's being really a hypocrite, because I'm not trying to make threats or nothing like that, but bro, like Mustache Pete, you too handsome to be talking crazy like that, bro.
Ignore that big one I put out. Just grab the little one. I messed up there. Yeah,
bro.
He is a handsome fella. There's no doubt about that.
He's a handsome guy. But listen, bro, if I catch you and I saw what Josie wrote or whatever, bro, I don't care about your kids. I don't care about none of that. The stuff this guy said, that's, to me, is cowardly, because you said that, what they did to MRE was wrong. That's the email you really sent me. And he took down something. He's like, bro, what I said about you was just a parody, whatever, which is cool. And then he'll just talk crap. Like, come on, bro. Get out of here. And he said something like he was under, I don't know who. Some type of gangster, something like that, bro.
We got a special guest. MRE, what do you think about this email that came out that Mustache Pete wrote to Highlight, saying that he was against you being doxxed?
What's up, Magilio, Josie, Danny? What's up, everybody? I bet you a lot of people probably feel that way and don't like that stuff, you know. But you know, they probably like Piggy's probably got info on them and stuff where they know that Piggy will do it to them. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they just really got no convictions and don't stand up who they really are. I'm not sure. Who knows?
And Danny,
maybe he was just saying that to make Magilio think he was a good guy. I have no idea. I
don't think so, because it's pretty long. It's not like he just said. It looked like he put some thought into it, because there's two parts of it. Danny, what do you think when you see something like that where Mustache Pete writes him that he thinks it's wrong the way the doxing went on with MRE?
Well, look, he came out of the side of his face on different channels, like Magilio said, and you know, when it happens to him, now he's got a position. You understand? Before he was with the rah-rah shit and goofing off and yeah, but now he's singing a different tune.
Well, I actually stopped. I actually blocked a few accounts that were his family members. I think maybe, I don't know if it was a sister or a girlfriend. They were dropping all kinds of info on my channel.
I seen you block it.
I blocked it and stuff like that. You know, I don't like these guys. I think they're clowns and goofs, but I'm just not down with putting people's names out there and stuff. Because what if somebody goes and does something to a family? A crank calls an old lady and the old lady takes a stroke, or anything could happen. You know, anything could happen.
And MRE, I'm going to ask you a quick question. This clown's running around saying you pistol whipped him.
What? That's insane.
He said that last night on the show. He said,
"Are you serious?"
Yeah, he said you didn't punch him, that you pulled the pistol out and pistol whipped him.
I'm writing
keeps evolving, right?
Yeah, I'm writing a unicorn right now too.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's what we called him out on today, because we know it's a lie.
Hey, good to see you guys. I'm sorry I got kicked off earlier. I just wanted to say hi.
What's up, Callie?
What's up, brother?
Now, if he said that Callie pistol whipped him, I would believe it. But you know,
hey, I'm not supposed to be around any guns or anything. No.
I said I just believe if you were around it.
I know.
And I'm not allowed to own. Yeah. I'm not allowed to own firearms, so
he was saying that. He said that he also had a group of guys outside waiting to help him. And I said he ran faster than Abby Steiner to get home.
Everybody the night before knew what was going to happen as far as what the guy's intentions were, but I mean,
there was no friends there. Trust me.
Yeah, he's not going to have roses in his hand there when he gets there. You know what I mean?
I'll just put it like I said. If he had friends there, they're not his friends. Put it that way.
No. And you did exactly what I would have done, by the way, in every step. So I'm proud of you, bro. Hell yeah. Much respect for the way you handled it.
Myself from a stalker.
But you handled it right. You rocked him to sleep and made him feel safe, and then let him know that he came to the wrong freaking place.
No,
and MRE, one thing we were talking about, 3 people have come off that channel now looking to go find people to hurt them.
That's stupid. Yeah, that's dumb. Never go.
Careful who you're looking for, because you might find something you didn't want to find. You know what I mean?
I'll never go try to find people.
I'm sorry, MRE.
Never try to go meet people off YouTube. It's stupid. It's childish. It's dumb. And if you do decide to make that grave mistake, don't be like that clown. Be smart.
Yeah, don't be a victim, right?
Well, fight back. At least stand up for yourself. You know, don't be a damsel in distress and throw your dress over your head and start screaming and crying.
Well, MRE, they basically made it sound like you would run away like a little bitch. and you proved them wrong. So now they're saying that you knew him. Maybe this guy's saying he whipped you. There's 1,000 stories. There's 1,000.
They're on damage control.
But the one thing we do know is that you defended yourself.
Okay.
And he took off. He ran.
He did. Listen, I defended myself, and I wasn't a bully with it neither. I defended myself. Nobody else put hands on the guy. He had the chance to put his hands up. He just wouldn't defend himself. So I just defended myself.
So he wasn't that tough guy that he claimed to be.
No, oh my God. Oh
man, it's like, why are you going to meet somebody if you're not prepared to handle yourself?
So I don't respect any man who will not fight for himself. Will not fight. I have no respect for any male who will not fight. Like, meaning if someone hits you, you don't start screaming, copping deuces, and begging for reprieves. And that's all it was. The crying game. I was crying like a little baby.
And you're not the type of guy to hit another person, are you?
No, I'm a good person. But if somebody is trying to stalk me and trying to act like that and lying on my face, and he was throwing all his friends under it was the biggest cop and deuce. It should have just been the cop and deuce, biggest cop and deuces, and crazy.
You were smart to bring your friends. It wasn't like you were going to jump him. That's how he's trying to paint it. You brought your friends because some weirdo wanted to meet you on the internet just in case, right? I mean, that's smart.
It was no. Listen, if I wanted him jumped, he could have. I actually saved his day. I saved him. I actually helped him big time and saved his butt. Yeah. I didn't let nobody hurt him. I just gave him a few, defended myself and gave him a few cracks.
And Emery, when he came into the place to meet you, when did you start feeling like, oh, this ain't going to go the way it should?
What do you mean? The day he come 2 days before when he jumped on the thing.
That's when you had to, because you asked him.
It was it was based in stone. The moment he jumped on, and 2 nights before, and started talking like that, it was already set in stone.
Yeah, I saw that when he first came on. He was threatening. Then he switched it up. Then he started threatening again. Then he switched it up. Then when he was when I saw the live on Angels, he was changing its name and all that. And he just looked insane. And then I'm very glad, actually, that I know you didn't pummel him, but I think he deserved like a good pummeling. Frankly, he should have been stripped naked and flogged. For even doing that. I thought it was fabulous, and you're my hero, Murray.
Danny,
you did give me heart failure. I was really worried because I saw that
Angel. I'm sorry, Danny. Josie has a dog like you. It's a beautiful dog.
Yeah, this is the Winston Churchill. Look at his face.
He looks like Winston.
Yeah, he's a good boy, aren't you?
Yeah, beautiful.
So I like. What would you do if someone came to meet up with you? Would you do the same thing that MRE did?
Without a doubt. Are you kidding me?
I got the funny feeling that I like would probably do worse.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I just wanted to say God bless everybody. Have a great day, okay?
Okay.
Take care, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, you too. Not to be funny. Same thing like if I saw Mustache P, because this dude, I don't like when you don't keep your word. I'm gonna cut you, bro. I don't feel like, you know what they think? They think like they know your name. That's what they think. They think they know your information and stuff like that. This is what they think. But you gotta play chess, bro. You gotta be 10 steps ahead. Like that kid, I cut his face quick with a razor. Fact. That's a fact.
I believe you 100%, dude.
That's 100% fact.
Yeah, I believe you.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of people
when I cut your face.
And there's a lot of people I wouldn't believe that said that, but I definitely believe you.
It's the truth.
Yeah, because, and this is the thing. These guys that talk tough on here and stuff. It's easy to talk tough behind a keyboard.
Yeah, but like, why be like a double agent? If you apologize to a man, like I just had a conversation with a Navy man that I know, and he was like, bro, I'm whatever, off the record. that's cool. Keep it real with me. If you say it's cool, everything is good, then it's good. Don't go behind the scenes and talk shit.
Yeah, and Mustache Pete, I like to ask you, you'll be on tonight. Explain why you sent these to him. And he sent these to me. I didn't dig them out of nowhere. And to be honest, I never talked before in any situation. He just sent these to me. So I just like you to say, and be honest about it, dude. You disagreed with the doctrine of MRE. Now, can you admit that? Will you admit that? Because they're going to be interrogating you. They'll probably bring you on. You're going to give them an excuse. They're going to believe it. But I'm looking at it right here, my man.
Lee, you know,
that's why receipts are important. And Madge came with the receipts. So you can't deny
Madge
it.
came. Hey, one guy likes to always say the receipts. I'm looking at the receipts right now.
Yeah, but how many receipts have been put up? You've got Harambe down there calling FBI, you know, Lemonhead. He's never been to a good restaurant, la, 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 talking crap about him. Actually, when he's on his way to meet him, you know, you hear that's him clearly, right?
He's out in the parking lot.
What did they say about that? Zero. No, that was swept under the rug. Then you got Johnny Mac talking crap about them. He was talking crap about all of them, apparently.
Yeah, they said that we messed with.
Yeah, that was the. Yeah. So, what do you think they're going to say about this? Yeah. You know, do you think they're going to have him up there and admit this? Absolutely not. You know.
Well, you know what? If you want me to send these to you, just let me know. I will send them to you.
It's just ridiculous. You know, they're not going to admit to anything. Same way, you know, like he's saying, well, you know, I said a couple of weeks ago, I could see what Harambe was doing. He's taking down all that crap because he knows what's coming. And, you know, I heard Assassinino's video tonight where he said he had taken down 80%. That's a lot. And then he said, I'm still not really satisfied with it. And I'm like, what? I mean, basically, you're wiping out your whole channel. Well, why would that be? If you're right, if you're in the right, you know, and you stick by your convictions, why would that be? But listen, I've got to go.
No
but
problem.
I want to say, MRE, that was fabulous. I'm glad you're okay. You did give me heart failure. And, you know, you are a good guy because I would have pummeled him. He'd have been in the hospital. You know, I would have liked to see him. Literally, for even daring. I mean, what a moron he must feel like today. I'd be hiding if I were him.
And they all know he's lying because they were mocking him on the show. And they're trying.
Really?
Yes, they were mocking him. Common Sense was mocking him. The half dead guy was mocking him.
Yeah, I'd like to see Common Simp mocking him. I'd like to see him do that and see what he would do. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, they sent him there. You know, they were hoping if it had gone the other way and he'd have beaten up MRE, they'd have been crowing all day. They'd have put that up all day long and they would have claimed that man. They would have claimed him. But now they look like fools. So
and just so we could talk common sense real quick, because you always like to go look for people's information, there was something put up on the channel, Fat Bald Cop Caller or something like that. And he put up 3 videos in a row stating that that's who you are.
Yeah.
And if you're that person that he said you are, you got some nerve insulting me, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see? Now, I don't know if they're true, to be honest with you. But if that is really you, dude, why would you insult anybody? That's some brutal stuff. It said that you're going in people's houses and elderly people, and you're talking about me. Are you talking about anybody? See, this is the problem. We all got shit in our life. Stop talking about each other.
Well, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And I'm going to leave on a note by the famous words of 50 Cent. He said, if it's a rattlesnake, if it's rattling and it looks like a snake and it's moving like a snake, is it a snake or do you have to get bit?
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, good talking to you all. Gotta go. See you.
Care.
Take care.
I kicked her out. That felt good. I can see why Angel does that. Angel, now I know why you do it. It gives you a powerful feeling. We're going to go a little bit longer with the show because there's so many people here right now. And see, Danny, this is what I mean. When you do a show, you never know what to expect. You know, MRE, you ever get that? You do a show, you just never know what's going to happen on that show.
I guess, yeah.
If someone told me that iLight was going to show up and then he sent these to me, I was looking at them before, I didn't know what they meant. And now that he explains it to me and I'm looking at them, I'm like, wow. I mean, so
if people don't believe in that stuff, they should just come out and just say it, you know.
And MRE will tell you, Danny and I, we came out and felt a certain way. And after that, we still talked on Instagram, MRE, and I told you my feelings, you told me yours. And we left it like that pretty much.
Yeah, you said you were going to come to Berlin with me and you were going to help me invade Poland. You never did. Like,
I've been out uniform shopping. They don't have my size.
Well, we've got a special tailor in Munich that will.
I was thinking about getting sweats.
Yeah, we got some Hugo Boss stuff that will go well. For sure.
So, what do you think about all this? You know, you're pretty. You get in people's faces all the time. You know, that's who you are. I seen you go on one show and your mom showed up. What do you think of that show?
What, the fat dude?
Yeah, when you went on and your mom came up.
Bro, the dude's a fraud. Like, I watched something on like, put it this way. A lot of people like to say this guy's a fraud, this guy, whatever. This kid, I watched something on Mallrats Exposed channel. That was so, like, basically they were publishing how he didn't live in Glendale, Queens, as long as he said he did.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm what? 30. I'm 37 years old now. In the early 2000s, I'm not gonna say I control Glendale, Queens. I'm not gonna say that, but if you were active in Glendale, Queens in the early 2000s and you don't know who I am, you're lying. The point is, he published the whole thing. Like, the guy said he left. I'm trying to remember. What did he say, Nick? He said,
I believe he lived there till he was like 8 on one thing and then like 13 or 10 or 12 on the other.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Like I know when I moved from Providence to Johnston, you know what I mean? I remember that. I was in the 4th grade. Yeah, no, so 3rd grade. 3rd grade. So I was like 10 years old, 9 years old.
Yeah, so it was a good exposition. Basically, it showed that he contradicted himself. I forgot whose channel he did that interview on. Stacks, maybe?
Yeah, I believe I was playing Stacks.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, I left when I was 10, and then he switched it up and said 13 or whatever.
Well, everybody wants to call the people fraud, but they don't call out themselves. You know?
Yeah, but like, bro, I would not lie to you. All of my, not all of my, but 50. I would say like 50% of my charges were from the 104th precinct, which is Glendale, Queens, Ridgewood, Queens, and Middle Village, Queens. 100 precinct. That's a fact. I would send inside my rap sheet.
Your thing's kind of up.
That is an echo.
It's coming. Hello. It's coming from me. I guess that means Let's see. Okay. Danny, hello. Danny, it's you, Danny.
I'll try to come back in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, bro, at least 50% of my rap sheet, like getting charged, is the 104th precinct. That's Glendale, Middle Village, Ridgewood, Queens. That's a fact, bro. I'll send you my rap sheet. I have.
Dude, you remember when I did the show on you and put up your arrest and then you hit me back and you read my kidnapping charges.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, right. It was just
listen. The other 50% is the 83rd precinct, which is Bushwick, Brooklyn. These are facts. So that kid could fucking never convince me ever in his life that he's from Glendale, Queens. You cannot convince me of this. You cannot. I'm 37 years old. He's 42, maybe 43, something like this. That's fraud shit. What I say is, trust me, it's not no fraud shit. But the point is, that kid he's a bullshit artist, bro. It's a total bullshit artist, bro. His father was taking him on Mob Tube tours as a kid. Never happened when I was a kid, bro.
Yep.
Never happened when I was a kid. So I know that MRE published something where like it clearly showed that he contradicts himself. He contradicted himself. He left there as a kid. I'm from Bushwick, Brooklyn. I can't say like if I'm from like let's say I was born somewhere. I was born in St. Mary's Hospital in Brooklyn. That's where I was born. I lived in Bushwick from a kid up until I was older. My family's from Ridgewood, Queens. So you cannot fucking convince me. Some of my family lived in Bushwick, Brooklyn. Of course, it's borderline. If you know anything about like Bushwick, Brooklyn, and Ridgewood, Queens, it's right there. So you cannot fucking convince me in no bullshit like that. Like, if you're born in a place, that's cool. You were born there, whatever. And you went to pre-K there, something like that. But that doesn't mean you're from. That's like us in Brooklyn saying, excuse me, that Michael Jordan, excuse me, is from Brooklyn. Michael Jordan was born in Brooklyn. He's not fucking like raised in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Young years and 8 and 12 there's a huge difference. And when you're a little kid, you know, there's a huge difference in age. Meaning, it means a lot. An 8-year-old to a 12-year-old is big difference. You're going out hanging with your buddies, doing that. When you're 8, you're usually in your house. So, but I don't know. People got a fascination with New York. So. I know a kid that was from over here that was born up there, and he used to secretly tell people that he lived there longer than he did just to make him look cool. It was very weird.
I'd like to say one thing, 1 minute, guys. Listen, I'm going to be on for a couple more minutes. If you want to donate to the show, do it now. Otherwise, I'm not going to have no money and I can't pay my rent. I'm going
to do a show after this on some psycho who kidnapped 3 women.
Really?
Yo, bro.
Okay.
No, seriously, that wasn't a joke. I slapped at Paps and on. No, I'm serious. In Chicago, the guy kidnapped those girls for 10 years.
Oh, that guy. Oh my God.
Yep, Ariel Castro.
Oh, that guy, man. And he killed himself.
Yeah. Yes, he did.
And it makes you wonder if he really killed himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But anyway, MRE, that was a good to be honest, a good exposition because it's bullshit. Like he has a tattoo with Myrtle Avenue and I forget what street. When I talk to the guy, I'm like, yo, bro, where's Christ Tabernacle at? He couldn't tell you. You can ask me anything. Go on Google right now. Ask me anything about like fucking
your neighborhood, and you're gonna know the vicinity. You're gonna know.
Bro, ask me anything. I now stay with the camera on. I don't have a fucking laptop here in front of me. Ask me anything going through Myrtle Avenue from Brooklyn all the way through Queens, and I could tell you off the top of the head, unless something changed. Like you had fucking what you call that company, Woolsworth or some shit like that. Once upon a time when I was a kid, and that shit went out of business. But I could tell you pretty much anything going down Myrtle Avenue. That kid is a facade. He's a fraud. Has an Omerta tattoo, and I'm not dissing everybody who has an Omerta tattoo, but I could tell you for sure, like that guy went to Pennsylvania and basically pretended to be a New York guy. I guarantee you that.
Yeah, he probably told people he was ready to gangsters and everything at 100%.
Bro, guarantee you that. And like the episode that you did, like recently, he's like, yo, there were not too many Italians over there. Yeah, so what does that tell you? Meaning like in Pennsylvania where he's at, York or whatever. There's not too many Italians. So, bro, what do you know about Italian culture? You could try to diss me. I don't care about that, but guaranteed my mother's Italian. That's a fact. You can say whatever you want to say. I grew up like that in my household, bro. I speak it. You can say what you want to say. So it's projection, basically. You didn't grow up around. I'm not saying anybody else, but I'm talking about Fat Boy, whatever. He said there was no Italians in his area. So, like, how was your culture? I'm talking about culture. I'm not talking about your whatever your so-called DNA is. How are you Italian, bro? In any way, seriously. I know I'm not bullshitting. It's the truth. Come on, bro. It's a clam.
Well, I'm gonna. I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm gonna finish off with MRE.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Take care, Magilio. Good seeing you, man.
You're welcome anytime.
Salutam.
Take care, my man.
All right.
So he bought some interesting stuff, MRE. I mean, you know, he bought those emails. I mean, you can't.
That gives you some hope for at least the guy feels that way inside, knows that's wrong, and it's like a rat coward move.
You know, I remember
maybe they got something on the dude. Maybe maybe he doesn't want them to like dox his family and put all that stuff up because I never do stuff like that, even to the creeps who did it to me, but maybe he's scared. He knows what they'll do to people like that. After he turned on them, maybe they threaten to do stuff to him. Who knows? I don't know. Well, maybe he was just saying that. Who knows?
And one thing about this show, my man, we've been almost at 300 most of this show. We're at 307 right now. So, they think that we have some solid shows.
Oh, your channel his channel can't compete with yours. Not at all. It's two different beasts. It's two different things.
And we have some very solid shows on this side. I hate to say this side, to be honest with you, but it's the truth. Your show, you're what are you, like 56, 57 right now?
I think just over 5,000. I don't know, something like that.
Then Angel just got over.
I think she's got more subs than I do, I think.
MB just got over. Yeah, I mean, we're doing something right on this side, guys. I mean, they make it sound like we're a bunch of clowns and we don't know what we're doing.
I wouldn't say I'd have to disagree with you on the sides thing. I think it's just individual people just don't agree with that stuff, that whole stuff, like doxing and stupid stuff like that.
And these clip channels are amazing. I don't know if you've just seen that cop caller one.
Yeah, I did.
Putting up that stuff on what's his face, Common Sense.
Yeah, it's some creepy stuff, man.
I don't know if it's true, but if it is true, that man shouldn't be insulting nobody on here.
Nah, anybody that can home invade an old couple, you got some serious problems. And beat chicks, beat women, that's just wrong.
And you got to hear the horrible things he says about people. Nobody's ever done that. Nobody hears home invade old people. So.
Oh no! Yeah, no. I never beat a woman. You're not a woman beater. I don't know. Those people are low character and bust outs. That's all.
And they don't call each other out on this stuff. Okay, so you guys, you've seen this stuff come up on Common Sense. So are you guys going to call them out on it and say, "Hey, look, man, see," and you guys said it. Usually when people hide their faces, there's something they hide. And it's obvious that we know what Common Sense was hiding, if that stuff's true. Let me phrase that. But if it is, dude, don't go after nobody. You have no right to go after nobody. That's like me going after people for criminal records. If you're a criminal, you're a criminal. You're no better than me. Except that I wouldn't go after elderly people.
That's some like Borello type low life stuff right there. Real bad.
Yeah, it's just amazing. You know, they got one show over there. Two shows that think that they're turning these little clip channels are kicking everybody's asses.
Well, people should be smart and make clip channels. Like, be smart. Whoever's doing those channels are pretty smart. Like, taking all these little clips, their channels are growing too. So
these little clip channels are very underrated. So if you have a clip channel that only has like 100 people and you put good stuff up, it doesn't matter how many people you have. I'll give you an example. Chicago, he has his channel taken down. He has to fight back, get a new channel, has 200-300, but he drives them crazy. I mean, he just drives those guys crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Harambe goes nuts.
Oh my God. And it's just like, there's just certain people, and if people don't think these clip channels, when MB was a clip channel, and she used to go after certain people. She only had a couple hundred subs when she was doing it. But
yeah, when you start off,
she got underneath their skin something awful. You know?
Yeah, it's an old saying, and it's so common. Don't feed the trolls, but you know it's true though. It's very like everybody says it and stuff, but it's true. I've won these people a million times and never wanted to listen to me. I said just ignore it, and people get bored and move on to another thing. But
their one clip channel is JC, and
he's a clown. He's a clown. Another woman beater. Puts children in jeopardy. A bust out living with his mom, pothead at that age. Like, come on, guy's a bust out, threatening women. Don't you look at all these creeps have in common? Woman abuse, all women abuse, all like right down the line. Like you can, maybe one person in the whole crew never beat a woman, literally. Like, and
you know what's funny, MRE? So they've been calling me a kidnapper for the longest time, right? And so the other day they read my whole entire criminal record, and no kidnappings anywhere on my.
But you didn't really kidnap her.
No, I stayed with that woman for the next 9 years.
Yeah, you were going a speed chase. I remember we used to bust your ball about it and stuff, but in reality, it's not really a kidnapping. You know, it's like you picked up some girl you didn't know. You're going to speed chase some dog, the bounty hunter's chasing you, and you didn't want to stop.
And they don't even read that part. It was some,
of course not.
It was some pretty crazy shit.
It's like people call
I was too old to be doing it, to be honest with you.
When people say, "Oh, he's an informant," it's like, well, show the paperwork, and you'll have these morons do like 5 shows. Tonight's the night when we unveil he's an informant, and it's no unveiling or nothing.
Oh, so check this out. This is what this clown said.
That I put people in jail that he knows.
People, but I'll give common sense, and I'll give Skeletor.
He wasn't buying it neither. They knew he was.
You know what they said? Well, what's the name of the 3 guys?
Exactly. Send us the paperwork. Yeah, they knew he was.
It should be. And then the guy goes, "Well, I can't put him here because." And then they said, "Is he Italian? They're black. They're Spanish. What are?" He goes, "Oh, they're Italian." And then he was given excuses why he couldn't say who they were. Why? They're in prison.
And why? Listen, and if that's the case, why wouldn't he say that a week ago? This guy's been watching this for a long time. He tried to play the coy little Laura Ingalls role, the coy little nice boy. What's going on? I haven't seen that. What is this? It's like, come on, man. You've been watching the whole, but little things would slip out where he's been watching the whole time. Like, forget about it.
You want to hear what Mr. Clean
and listen to this. And if I put his friends away, why aren't they screaming at the rooftops their names or the paperwork? It's ridiculous. It's just that guy doesn't know how to lie. He's a terrible liar, and even common sense in them ripped him apart and knew he was lying.
And you know what's funny though? And here's what these guys don't realize: that you come from a small state,
small state. Every Dago knows every.
Somebody would be calling them already and say, "Let me come on and talk."
What happened a long time ago? The moment, even before I even got doxxed, local people. There was like 30 local people knew who I was on there. If I would have dimed anybody out from around here or hurt people, it would have been well known. It would have been blasted everywhere. 10 people from my area would have been on here. It would have been all over the place.
Yes, Cortez, Colorado. Don't ever go to these little towns and break the law because those cops don't play around in these little towns. So
So his lies are all over the place. He was saying that I put his friends in. Then why did he go me? Why was he trying to be my buddy? Why was he kissing my butt so bad? Why didn't you give this to them a long time ago? Makes no sense.
None of it makes sense. But I got to give those guys credit because nobody there bought it. Not even the crowd in the a few of them in the chat room said, well, they probably staged it, like you and him staged
it. Who would ever stage getting humiliating themselves like that? Who would ever? And why would I stage it? Why? That makes no sense.
And why would you stage it with a guy who's the total moron?
Yeah, I wouldn't stage anything anyways, but if I ever did, which is totally something I would never do, I wouldn't go with a moron like that. And who makes no sense? Who would want to be humiliated like that? Like, hey, what am I going to say? Hey, one of my friends, can I humiliate you on live stream? Can I humiliate you? And I'm like, no, no one's going to go for that.
Agnostic one said, Lee, you and her were like Luke and Laura. I couldn't say it better, man. I'll be honest with you. But listen, my man, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna close the show down. I've been on for 2 hours. We're gonna have some great numbers here tonight. Appreciate it. I appreciate you coming on, MRE, and I hope you liked the show. If you watched the stuff that we dropped, if you missed anything,
yeah, I'll go check it back. I'll go check.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we talked about him in the very beginning for about 20 minutes, just so you know.
Oh, all right.
Did you see the video that Kane Shade made?
Yes, I did. Yes,
the one I put up, it was really good. Kane Shade knows how to make some videos, and he's getting better and better every day.
Yeah, Shade's a good dude. Love Kane.
Okay, you take care, my man.
All right, God bless you.
Bye. Thanks for coming by. Okay.
You got to boot me, Paps.
Okay, people, it's been a blast today. We've had. I wasn't planning on staying 2 hours, but you never know what's going to happen when you come on here. Never. I never thought that we would get those Mustache Pete emails that basically said that he was against the doxing of MRE. Very interesting. And you guys, I'm looking at them right now. You can't say they're fake because I'm looking at them. Okay? So they're real. So you just got called out on that, Mustache Pete. Of course, they're not going to believe it. They're going to say they're fake and stuff, but they're not. They're real. You're against the doxing, okay? And then we did not dox you, dude. We put up your name, but it was done the day before. It was a clip channel that puts your name out there. We got the information from a clip channel, just so you do know. I never went looking for your name. Danny never went looking for your name. It was on a clip channel. Okay, besides that, people, thank you all for being here. Whoever donated, thank you so much. Thank you for the super chats and also for the cash apps. Thank you. Everybody take care. And it's been a great show. We had quite a few people here. If I didn't read your remarks in here, please forgive me. The show was very interesting today, and it's hard to control the show and at the same time to answer you guys. But everybody take care. I had a great time.